Okay, so what I've got here is a 3D track. We need to go into camera, don't we? And also, while we're there, point cloud. Let's go 0, 1. Okay. So I've got a pretty good track, and I know that because if we go to the solver, it's like 0.4, and that's pretty good. And I got there by slowly increasing the track, the minimum track length, and reducing the track error just very slightly, and then deleting them, and then running a new solve, and that's got a pretty good track. One other thing, because it's quite long, you do get the it does lock up. You get the hourglass, um, and you would get the hourglass nuke if it was like 1600 frames and you 3D tracked it and all the rest of it. Anyway, so I then generated the 3D scene with the locators and all the empties, or point cloud, and then connected up an FBX export, and then you have to go up to this Fusion render all savers, and that will render out the FBX. I haven't done an undersort or anything. This is quite it seems quite straight, all the lines and everything. So I think we're okay there. But the main issue I'm having, which is why I'm doing this video, is how to get the point cloud out of Fusion. Because if we just go and import the FBX, import FBX, there we go, and then we'll just, it comes in really tiny as well, so you have to, so there we go, we've got the camera, and also something else I've noticed, well, with the FBX and cameras, is you need to put a -1 on the transform, on the delta, on the X and the Z, and I don't know why this is, but now that's all great. So if you look through the camera, and also the field of view needs to match the background plane, because if you check, if I go back to and we have a look at the camera, you'll see under 13, right? 30. So it's really quite a wide angle lens, and it hasn't got that correct here, so that needs to match the background. So you see 13 point whatever it is there. So 13.7. Let's just copy and paste it. Which is the first. So there's two things there. You have to put a -1 on the delta transform on the X and the what was it? On the X and the Z. Oh, I've got -14 there for some reason. Okay, so that's all good. But the thing is, right? This is no. I want the point cloud because I want to be able to rebuild this scene. And but what you can do, and it doesn't export in the FBX exporter, which is a bit annoying. But what you can do is you can actually copy and paste it. Copy. I'm going to try Notepad. You might want to do this in a spreadsheet. Save as point cloud. Okay. Make a spreadsheet, and then insert from file. And then we're going to find it again. And it will give us a little preview. And I think we need the main thing is there's a lot of extra stuff in the clip, in the copy and paste in the clipboard that we don't need, but we need these 3 columns. That's X, Y, and Z. We got that, so that's fine. And I want to make sure you've got the minuses and the decimal points and all that. So we'll go OK. OK. And we'll get rid of all the stuff we don't need. Yeah, I'm sure if you know you you could probably create a macro if you know Excel. I don't really know Excel that well, but yeah. So anyway, and then copy that, and then if we go, can I just do it to another notepad? Paste. We'll try that. Save as, and we'll call it point cloud point XYZ. Okay, mesh lab it is, and then we'll save it as a ly. That's what they call it. File import. This is the first time I've done this, so you know, it's one of these things that on paper it should work. I mean, there might be things that, and then we've got something there. It's tiny. Let's go file export. I think file export mesh has py. That's fine. Dot. See if that works. Okay, I'll just go with that and see if I can open that. File import. py import. And we have a point cloud. The orientation is, there's two things we need to check. The orientation and also the scale, and also whether we've got the right, it's in the right axes. So I'm just going to have a look at the point cloud in Resolve. Change it from the perspective to top or something. Oh, there we go. Zoom in a bit. Okay, so it's sort of maybe make the point size larger. Okay, so it's sort of, so in the top view, okay, right, okay, so I think we seem to be rotated 90 degrees in the x-axis, so minus 90, let's try that, plus 90 rather, let's try that. Okay, that's looking like it's sort of, we can kind of see the ground plane there. So that's, it's, now the next thing is the size. Anyway, let's look through the camera and see what that looks like. And it was at 1600 frames or something, it was quite long. And see if we, yeah, I think this is coming as the correct scale. Albeit that I told it to times the FBX by 100. So the only real problem we got is 1666. Is the image plane, but that's worked. So that's how I might have to do a shortened version of this video, but let's get the image plane in. So background image, add image, open. It's an image sequence. So eBay, new folder, and select the first one. And this is where we have to make sure we line things up correctly. And I usually just go, we want to hide the, there we go. Wow, I think it's coming pretty much perfectly. Let's go to the, we need to say movie or image sequence and frames 1666. Okay. So I just want to check that normally how I do this is I check that we have a keyframe on the last frame, because quite often in the tracking programs you get like one frame off, and that will obviously throw off the tracking. So that's correct. So that's, and you can see all the points stick. So that's all working. So this is how you get a point cloud, and obviously the point cloud gives you a certain amount of, it's useful because we can for example, let's say, I don't know if it is flat, but let's say we want to, let's hide that plane there. If I go add image, get this plane up here, and maybe make it a bit smaller into edit mode. I mean, that's quite lucky that the scale's correct. But you can see if we go into profile there, we seem to be going down a hill where it should be flat. But anyway, not to worry. What I wanted to do is really just show you the snapping thing, because this is what I wanted. This is why I wanted the point cloud. I wanted to be able to model and have it snap to the features. So we could go, for instance, we put the snapping on and go stick it there. Okay, right, great, stick that one there. Okay, great, stick that one there. Maybe go back in time a bit and then grab, stick that one there. And now we have a plane that should be, you know, that's tracking, and we could carry on modeling out from. And if I made, what I probably will do is I'll make the assumption. This is a bit, okay, we're going up a hill here, so that might have to change, but I think around here it should be level. Around the key side it's normally level from the number of keys I've looked at. Or harbors, they tend to be level. Again, it's a bit of an assumption, but what we're going to do, how are we on the time? I'm going to make let's say an empty on that point. So go move I've just really started using this thing, the 3D cursor. It's actually pretty good when you get used to it. Add empty, and I'm going to just stick everything under that. So we stick the camera. Not really fussed with the image planes that came in since we have the point cloud now. And now if we go to profile, so we've got the camera, the point cloud, and the plane that we just created. So now we can make sure that make sure that plane is level. I mean, it's not quite level, but you know, it's because obviously the point cloud, how those points are referenced, and this is how I do 3D tracking. I've done 3D tracking like this for years, where it's like I'll go in, do the 3D track, get the point cloud out, and then I'll snap geometry to the point cloud, and that starts to become the basis of a sort of low-res model. So my idea is that I'm going to do like a block out. So do a 3D track of one of these tour videos, and then do a block out, and then I'll have a model that will be relatively accurate to the actual place, and then, you know, tart it up, potentially make modular buildings and snap it. But that's the principle. I just thought it was worth sharing, just because I was struggling to get the point cloud out. There is a way, and then that's it. That's it. So I'm going to stop the video there. It's a bit of a ramble. Yeah, let's stop the video.